Where did we come from? Where did Earth, the Moon, and the Sun even come from? And how did the oceans form? Well, in this episode, we're gonna answer all of that. But to do that, we gotta go way back. And I mean really far back. Back before life, before water, before anything. 4.6 billion years ago. A time when there wasn't a single drop of water, no moon, no Earth, heck, not even the sun. Just a massive cloud of dust and gas floating in space. But somewhere, deep inside that cosmic cloud, something was happening. Everything started in a massive nebula called the Solar Nebula, a peaceful cloud of gas and space dust just minding its own business. And then, boom! Out of nowhere, something like a supernova explosion sent shockwaves through the nebula. Imagine chilling in your house, and suddenly, the building next door just explodes. That's basically what happened here. This shockwave compressed the nebula, making gravity pull everything tighter and tighter. And at its core, temperatures skyrocketed. And then, boom again. But this time, it wasn't the neighbor's house. It was our house. The sun was born. The solar nebula had just had its first baby. How Earth and its siblings were born. Meanwhile, the leftover dust and debris started spinning around the newborn sun, like a celestial birthday party where everything just kept going in circles. For about 100 million years, cosmic pebbles kept crashing, merging, smashing, over and over again. Tiny space rocks became bigger space rocks, and eventually, these chaotic collisions gave birth to planets. And that's how Earth was born, just one of the siblings in the solar family. But at this point, our lovely home looked nothing like the blue planet we know today. Early Earth, a molten, angry fireball, 4.5 billion years ago. Welcome to baby Earth, except instead of cute and cuddly, it's a rage-filled ball of molten lava. The surface? A fiery ocean of liquid rock. The atmosphere? A deadly cocktail of toxic gases like methane, ammonia, and carbon dioxide. The forecast? Constant meteor showers with zero chance of survival. If you somehow time-traveled back here, forget breathing, you'd evaporate instantly. Fun place, huh? 4.4 billion years ago, Thea's legacy. How one collision created the moon. And just when things couldn't get crazier, Earth gets slammed by a planet-sized wrecking ball. Meet Thea, a Mars-sized rogue planet that apparently didn't believe in personal space. It crashed headfirst into Earth, melting both planets and sending chunks of debris flying into space. But instead of floating away, this debris clumped together and, voila! We got ourselves a moon. Earth and Thea had a baby, and that baby was the moon. But Thea didn't just gift us the moon. It also tilted Earth's axis, which means seasons were born. So, yeah, next time you're enjoying a summer vacation, remember to thank Thea. The cosmic hailstorm that made the oceans 4.3 to 4.1 billion years ago. All right, so Earth now has a moon. It's cooling down, a little. But just as things start to settle, the late heavy bombardment begins. Picture the final level of a video game, where everything is coming at you at once. Except here, instead of enemies, it's giant space rocks raining down on Earth. For millions of years, massive asteroids kept slamming into the planet. But this time, they weren't just bringing destruction, they were delivering water. See, these asteroids carried ice and water vapor. And when they crashed, they left behind their precious cargo. Slowly but surely, the first pools of water began to collect in Earth's craters, and fun fact, these icy space rocks weren't just hitting Earth. Mars, Mercury, Venus, and even the Moon got bombarded too. But only Earth managed to hold on to its water. If you want to know why Earth kept its oceans but Mars lost its water, drop a comment. Maybe we'll make a whole video about that. So now, Earth isn't just a molten mess anymore. Clouds are forming, rain is falling for thousands of years, and oceans are beginning to take shape. There's still no oxygen, no life, and volcanoes are still going nuts. But Earth is no longer a fiery hellscape. It's a rocky planet with oceans. And that means Earth is finally ready for life to begin. This is where our story really starts. What you just watched. This was episode 1 of a series called TimeLink, right here on Link to Think. In this playlist, we're not just telling history, we're syncing it. Instead of looking at isolated events, we're uncovering the hidden connections between them, exploring how different moments in time intersected and shaped each other. Because history isn't just a timeline of events, it's a network of cause and effect. How did simultaneous events across the world influence each other? What patterns emerge when we view history layer by layer instead of as separate stories? But before we dive into human history, we figured, why not start from the very beginning? From the birth of the Earth to the first signs of life, from dinosaurs to mammals, and finally to humans, we're setting the stage for the bigger story ahead. And we're doing it without rushing, using the latest scientific discoveries, telling engaging stories, and, yeah, keeping it fun. If that sounds like your kind of thing, hit subscribe and join us for this wild ride through time. Next episode, how did life actually begin? How do you go from a lifeless rock to the first living cells? And why did life start here, of all places? Find out next time.